Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Alhamdulillah, welcome to the completion of the Arab course. It is with the grace and bounty of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that we are able to complete the Arab course. And truly speaking, it is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala giving the ability and tawfiq to come to this conclusion of the Arab course. This course, alhamdulillah, we've been running it for about 26 weeks and 1 hour of study a week. So the students have, alhamdulillah, covered various aspects of I'rab declension. For the viewers who are not sure what is I'rab, what does I'rab entail, simply to simply understand, sometimes in the Arabic language we have words and we see different vowel markings. So take for example the word Allah. So sometimes we might pick up the Quran and we see that the word Allah, it has a kasra, sometimes it has a dhamma, and sometimes it may even have a fatha. So what are the causes of these changes to the words in Arabic? So this is what this course was about. So inshallah, we will be covering and finishing off the Arab course with the comprehensive diacritical analysis of Surah Al-Qāriah, inshallah, today. So the chapter about the striking one. So inshallah, now I will be sharing my screen. And before we go into the I'rab of Surah Al-Qāri'ah, inshallah, we will cover we'll be covering the itinerary for today, inshallah. So just waiting to see how the share screen loads up. And if it's correct, inshallah, we'll commence. Okay. Just 1 second. So here you can see that, alhamdulillah, today we are covering we're coming to the completion of the Arab course. So it's obviously scheduled to start now, 7 o'clock. It might drag on past 8, so I do apologize in advance. Hope you won't mind. Okay, so what have we got lined up today, inshallah? Okay, so today we'll be going through the diacritical analysis of Surah Al-Qāri'ah. Thereafter, inshallah, there'll be a certificate presentation for those students who have participated in the course. And inshallah, you won't be disappointed with the certificate, inshallah. It's nicely designed. After that, we'll have a glance at the Arab course. We're not going to go through 26 hours of content, so I'm letting you know in advance. It will just be a quick overview of how the Arab course was laid out, PowerPointed, and the setup, and what it entails. Okay? And thereafter, inshallah, we'll be launching a new course, which will be totally free, inshallah. And you can visit the website at www.sidrainstitute.com. And you will find this new course, and you can, inshallah, enroll into this new course, inshallah, which we will be speaking about later on. Thereafter, we'll be unveiling another course which will be coming soon. So the free course, inshallah, is only going to be for about 3 to 4 weeks, inshallah. But then after that, inshallah, we're planning to, inshallah, unveil another course, which will be, inshallah, a surprise, inshallah, later on in the program. And then obviously we will mention about the other courses that we cover at Sidra Institute. Okay, so this is the itinerary inshallah for today. So inshallah, let's get started with the i'rab of Surah Al-Qāriah. So the comprehensive diacritical analysis of the striking one. So here, inshallah, when we cover the i'rab of Surah Al-Qāriah, those who are watching online, you can participate as well with answering the questions if you do know. And the students, you can use, inshallah, the chat on Zoom. Okay, so I'll be looking in both directions. So I can just probably switch my video off now because I might be becoming a bit of a distraction with the PowerPoints. So there I disappear now. Okay, so those who are watching online, you can also, inshallah, participate in answering the questions because the i'rab of Surah Al-Qāri'ah will be engaging. So I will need your involvement and also the students through Zoom as well. Rather than it being led through me, the way the lessons have been designed is that they are interactive. Rather than it's led by the teacher, you take in the information and off you go, and there's no interaction taking place. So the lessons are not designed like this. So it's two-way. Okay. So let's get started. Let me just explain to the viewers. The students will be already aware of the layout of this table. So let me just shine the laser, inshallah. So here on the right hand side, we have a love. We have the word as it appears in the surah. Then we have the second column, which is al-mabni. And this is words that are indeclinable and they don't change. Next box, next column we have is al-mu'rab. These are words that do change. And those who have enrolled in the course will know that mu'rab, there's only two things that change in the Arabic language. One is ismun mu'rabun, a declinable noun, and that under that comes a series of words: mufrad munsarif sahih, jam'un mukassarun munsarifun, qa'im maqam sahih, jam'un mudhakkarun salimun, jam'un muannathun salimun, ghayr munsarif, ismun maqsoor, etc. In the third column we have is al-raf, al-nasb, al-jar, and al-jazm. These are grammatical states and grammatical moods that the word experiences. So sometimes a word can be in the state of raf, nasb, jar. That is in relation to nouns. However, when it comes to verbs, we are dealing with the raf, nasb, and jazm state. So these are grammatical moods. Our next column is wajhul i'rab. What is the cause for this declension? Why is that word experiencing that particular mood? Okay, so you'll come to know of these columns, inshallah, how they play out. And finally, the most critical point is the diacritical markings. Alamatul i'rab. What's the conclusion we come to in terms of the diacritical markings? Is this word going to have a dhamma, fatha, kasra, or is it going to have, does it change and fluctuate between alif, waw, and ya? So this is how it's going to play out, inshallah. So let's get started without wasting any more, valuable time. Okay. So we have al-qari'atu. So al-qari'atu, okay, in terms of it being mabni and mu'rab, that's the first aspect we're looking at. In terms of it being mabni or mu'rab, what type of word is al-qari'atu? Considering that this word is from qara'a yaqra'u, which means to thrash, to strike. Okay, so I'm going to look at both, inshallah. I'm going to look at the YouTube chat as well. So this is the first time I'm actually looking at the chat. So if the viewers are active, please get your questions going in the chat. The students in Zoom, inshallah, they'll be very active, okay, because they already are used to answering the questions. So what type of word do you think al-qari'atu is? Is it mabni? Is it mu'rab? And if it's mabni, which type of mabni word is it? So when we're saying mabni, we're talking about fi'lun madin, past tense verb, are considered to be mabni. We're talking about huruf, and we're also talking about amrun hadirun ma'rufun. Okay, so the second person active voice, so if'al, if'ala, if'alu, etc. And also those that resemble the primary mabni words, so dhama'ir, asma'ul ishara. Okay, so somebody has put up, Muhammad Yusuf has put up mu'rab. Okay, good. Okay, so it's not mabni. Okay, so it's not mabni. So we're ruling out it's not mabni. Next is that it's mu'rab. So somebody has put MMS. This is our abbreviation for Mufrad Munsarif Sahih for the viewers. Okay, so somebody has put MMS. So yes, it is mu'rab, and more specifically, it's Mufradun Munsarifun Sahihun, the striking one. Al-Qari'atu, okay, the striking one is in relation to yani as-sa'ah, the final hour. Okay, so what kind of state is al-qari'atu in? What state is this word experiencing? So we got the word al-qari'atu. We know it's mufrad munsaf sahih. What state do you think that this word is experiencing? Is it raf, nasb, jar? Now, it definitely is not jazm because it's not a fi'l. It's not fi'lun mudari'un. Okay, so we've got some answers in the Zoom chat. Just waiting on YouTube if anybody wants to put any. So somebody is saying marfu. Okay, yes, marfu. The difference between raf and marfu is the word that is experienced in that state. So al-qari'atu will be deemed to be marfu, but we're talking about the state. So the state will be raf. So there's a difference between raf and marfu, which we covered, alhamdulillah, in our course. So it's experiencing the state of raf. Now, it's not good enough to know that the word al-qari'atu is experiencing the state of raf. We need to know the wajhul i'rab. Why is this word experiencing the state of raf? This is where your marfu'at come into place. Okay? Come into play, sorry. So why is the word al-qari'atu experiencing the state of raf? Somebody HG has put because it is mubtada'un. Is the grammatical state marfu? Yeah, the grammatical state is raf. The word will be deemed marfu. Okay, so yes, it's mubtada'un. Okay, so likawnihi mubtada'an. Now, if you have a mufrad munsarif sahih word in the state of raf, how is the i'rab expressed? Is it with long vowels, alif waw ya, or is it short vowels, dhammatun, fathatun, kasratun? So a mufrad munsarif sahih word in the state of raf, what is going to be alamatul i'rab, the sign of the i'rab? Okay, so we've got one answer in the Zoom chat. Okay, I need answers. Okay, may Allah bless you. Alhamdulillah, may Allah bless me and you as well. But I need some answers, please. Okay. Um, okay. So we'll go with dhamma. Okay, dhammatun, because two people have mentioned there's dhamma in the Zoom chat. Okay, I'll give a bit of time for the viewers on live on YouTube, so both can be engaged. I'm not sure if it's a bit slow on YouTube, so I will be a bit patient with those who are on YouTube. What was the question again? So yeah, it seems like it's a bit slow. Okay. Next word we have is ma. So this word ma, al-qari'atu, the striking one. What is the striking one? Mal qari'atu. So this word ma, where we have to run it down through this diacritical analysis, this cycle of diacritical analysis. And this is something which we covered, inshallah, alhamdulillah, in great detail. So what you see in terms of these columns, al-mabni, we actually covered al-mabniyat extensively, all those words that are mabni, all the words that which are mu'rab, the grammatical states, marfu'at, mansubat, majrurat, and in relation to fa'il mudari, we covered fa'il mudari majzoom, mansub, marfu in great detail, wajhul i'rab, the causes of declension and alamatul i'rab. Okay. So this word ma, what are we going with? Okay, so somebody said it's mabni. Okay, good, that's right. It's mabniyun ala sukun, and more specifically, it's ismu istifham. Okay, it's an interrogative noun. It's a noun used for questioning. So what? Okay, and obviously, if you look at the balagha aspect, it's actually for ta'ajjub. يعني ما القارعة يعني ما أعظم القارعة. You know, how immense is the striking one. So the ma here, it's actually in its majazi meaning. Okay, so it's mabniyun ala sukun. We don't need to go into mu'rab because once we've decided it's mabni, we don't need to look at mu'rab. Is this word experiencing a state? This word ma. Because remember, mabni words which are mabni, they can still experience a mood, but they're not. The mood is not expressed. So it still can experience a mood. Okay, so ma is actually experiencing a state. Even though it's mabni, it can still experience a state. The only thing that it won't have will be the expression, which is alamatul i'rab, which we'll come to. So this word ma, okay, when they say mabni words don't change, yes, but that don't rule out the fact that they can't experience a mood. They still can. So I'm waiting on this answer now. What state is ma experiencing? We're going to come to why, but we need to know the state. So the specific question is, what state is ma experiencing? Okay, so we've got rough, mashallah, good. Okay, why is ma experiencing the state of rough? What's the reason for it? Anybody? Okay, so khabar. Okay, khabar is not the answer, and I'll explain why. Okay, why is ma experiencing the state of rough? Anybody? Okay, yes, we've got rough, we've got the state, but why? We need to know the why. The why bit is very, very important because this is where your understanding of i'rab grows. Okay, some students say give up as well, so you can say give up as well. Mubtada again, mashallah. Okay, likonihi mubtada'an. Very good. Somebody has put that up, but I'll give you that because you put it as a question. You said mubtada again with a question. That means you wasn't sure. If that question mark wasn't there, then happy days. But it seems like you put a question mark, but I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. Okay, so someone might ask the question, how have you got two mubtadas right next to each other? Simply, to understand this, if you have a mubtada word at the beginning of a sentence, if the khabar comes as a jumla ismiya, then you can have another mubtada again. Simple example, Zaydun abuhu alimun. Zayd, his father is alim. So Zaydun is mubtada'un. Because the khabar has come in the form of jumla ismiya, you can have another mubtada again, side by side. So abuhu is mudaf ilayh becomes mubtadaun, and alimun will become the khabar. And then that mubtada, the second mubtada, abuhu and alim, together will group together, will become fi mahalli raf, the khabar of the first mubtada. So yes, you're right. Ma is mubtada. Okay. Is he going to have alamatul i'rab? Is he going to have a sign of the i'rab, diacritical marking, the word ma? Yes or no? No. Okay. The reason being is because we've already dealt with it being mabniyun ala sukun. Because it's not mu'rab, we don't need to go into alamatul i'rab. Alamatul i'rab only comes into play when we see that the word is mu'rab. Our next word is al-qari'atu, which has come again. Al-qari'atu mal-qari'atu. So the striking one, what is the striking one? So we've done the word al-qari'atu before, so we know it's mufrad munsif sahih. What state is he experiencing, this word al-qari'atu? Some people are saying default state. I don't like the word default state because for a word to be marfu, you still have to have wajh al-i'rab. Okay? So you have to give a reason for it. Default state, I know sometimes people, what they mean by that is there's no governing word or agent before it. Okay, fine, you can use that to give it some kind of understanding, but if you want to actually pinpoint it out, which inshallah, alhamdulillah, we're doing, is you got to give the reason for it. Okay, so default state, when you cover marfu'at, nowhere does it say default state is marfu'. It says fa'il, it says mubtada'un, it says khabar, ismu, af'al naqisa, etc. Okay, so al-qari'atu, why is that in the state of raf? Nobody's given an answer. Oh, sorry, we have, somebody said it's in the state of raf, yes. My bad. Why is it in the state of raf? Why? Khabar, very good. It's the khabar of the mubtada ma. Not the first mubtada, it's the khabar of the second mubtada, because the second mubtada and this khabar will become a jumla and become the khabar of the first mubtada, which is al-qari'atu. Is that understood? Is that clear? Or am I going a bit too fast? So just to simply break it down, al-qari'atu is mubtada'un, and the khabar has come in the form of jumla ismiya, which is mal qari'atu. So the ma was mubtada'un, and al-qari'atu was the khabar of that ma. Okay, what's the sign of a mufrad munsab sahih word in the state of raf? Okay, that should be easy because we did that at the top. What's the sign of a mufrad munsab sahih word in the state of raf? Okay, dhamma. Okay, next we have the word waw. Wa. Al-qari'atu mal-qari'atu wa. So this wa, is it mu'rab, is it mabni? This one should be easy. Okay, so it's mabniyun ala al-fath. Remember, the harakats of mabni words, we say dom, al-dom, al-fath, and al-kasr. But when it comes to the harakat of mu'rab words, we say al-dhammatu, al-fathatu, and al-kasratu. We add a ta marbuta at the end to draw a distinction between harakat of mabni words and the harakat of mu'rab words. So that's why we're not saying mabniyun ala al-fathati. We're saying mabniyun ala al-fathi, because al-fatha with the ta marbuta will signify mu'rab words, the harakat of mu'rab words. So yes, it's harfu atf. All particles are considered to be mabni. We don't need to go into anything else. Okay? Because wa does not experience any state. Even though ma was mabni at the top, it still can experience a state. Okay? But the waw doesn't. Next we have is وَمَا أَدْرَاكَ, and what will make you come to know what al-qari'ah is. So what, this word what here, ma. What is this word ma? So it's a new sentence, by the way. Okay, so this word ma, what is it? So we're going for mabni, right? Mabniyun ala sukun, ismu istifham. Okay, so that rules out mu'rab, so it's not mu'rab. What state is this ma experiencing? What state is this ma experiencing? Anybody? Is he experiencing the state of raf, nasb, or jar? It has to be between those three, because nouns only experience those three states. So we're going for raf, okay, raf'un. So he's experiencing the state of raf. Why? Why is ma experiencing the state of raf? What's your reason for it? What's the wajh al-i'rab? Okay, why is ma experiencing the state of raf? Okay. Anybody? I'm looking at both sides. Okay, somebody said mubtada'un. Okay, that's right. So what? Okay, so it's a new sentence. A noun at the beginning of a sentence is ismu istifham. It will be mubtada. Now that leaves us with alamatul i'rab. Are we going to go into alamatul i'rab for the word ma? Yes or no? Are we going into the alamatul i'rab for the word ma? Can't one say it's atf? What's atf? No. The whole sentence you're doing atf now. وَمَا أَدْرَاكَ. Okay? So no, there's not going to be no alama. Alamatul i'rab. Next word we have is adra. This is from adra yudri idra'an, which means to make someone aware. Okay? Adraka. وَمَا أَدْرَاكَ. What will make you aware? What will make you come to know? So it's مبني فعل ماض. Very good. So مبني على الفتح المقدر للتعذر. It's mabni with a fath, but we can't see the fath. So originally it was ad or raya, but its muqaddar is, you could say, assumed. It's hidden للتعذر because it becomes kind of difficult on the tongue to pronounce that, yeah. So to say وَمَا ad or rayaka, is difficult, becomes a bit of a mouthful. So we don't need to go into anything else. Okay? So there's no grammatical moves that you will experience. So we're moving on. The word kafia, وَمَا أَدْرَاكَ, what will make you come to know what the striking one is? So the kafia, is it mu'rab or is it mabni? Is the kaf mu'rab, is it mabni? Okay, so we're going for mabni. When you say it's mabni, which one of the mabniyat do you think it is? Dhamir, mashallah, good. So the kaf here, وَمَا أَدْرَاكَ, the kaf here is mabniyun ala al-fath, because dhamair are also considered to be kind of a subcategory of the mabni words. So you have the primary mabni words, mabniyul as, and those are words like fi'lun madin, jami'ul huruf, all particles, and amrun hadirun ma'rufun, if'al, if'ala, if'alu, if'ali, if'ala, if'alna. And there's those that actually resemble the primary three. So the kaf, okay, it resembles one of the primary three, which is huruf, okay, because huruf consists of less than 3 letters generally, like fi. So kaf resembles the harf from the primary ones, okay. So its rules are mu'rab. What state is this kaf experiencing? So remember we said mabni words still can, just because they don't change, they're not governed, they can still experience states and grammatical moods. So what state is the kaf experiencing here? What state is the kaf experiencing here? Anybody? Okay, so we've got nasb. Good. Why is the kaf experiencing the state of nasb here? Why? What's the reason for it? Wajul i'rab is very important. Okay, so maf'ul bihi. Very good. Okay. What will make you come to know? So in adra, there's actually two adraka, there's actually 3 words. Adra, the fi'lun madin, the fa'il, which is huwa, which refers back to the ma, ismu istifham, and the kaf is maf'ul bihi. Okay. Next, we have the word mal qari'ah. The word ma here. The ma here. Is this a mubtada? No, وَمَا أَدْرَاكَ is not a mudaf mudaf ilayh sentence, because adra is actually a verb, past tense verb. Adra. Okay, like alqa yulqi ilqa'an, to cast down. Okay, to throw down. So the ma here is in mu'rab, so we're going for mabni and al-sukun, ismu istifham. Okay, so that rules are mu'rab. What state is this ma experiencing here? وَمَا أَدْرَاكَ مَا الْقَارِعَةُ. وَمَا أَدْرَاكَ مَا الْقَارِعَةُ. What state is this ma experiencing? Okay, what state is this ma experiencing? Anybody? Okay, if anybody has any questions other than the surah and it's related to grammar, then you can, inshallah, when you enroll in the course, the new course, you can join the Telegram support group, which is absolutely free. the course, and you can join the Telegram support group, and by all means you can put forward your other questions you have. But today we are covering Surah Al-Qāriah, so we want to stick to Surah Al-Qāriah. If anybody has other questions, you can join the Telegram support group once you join the new course, inshallah. Okay, so we want to stick to Surah Al-Qāriah, inshallah. So somebody said the state of Raf wrong. Okay. Okay, what state is the ma experiencing here? Nobody has got the answer yet. وَمَا أَدْرَاكَ. Okay, mashallah, somebody wrote nasb. Okay, it's supposed to be nasb. Okay, so there's a bit of sorry, E is rough. Okay, sorry, my bad. Okay, I'll explain why. Okay, so I'm falling asleep now. It's experienced state of rough because it's mubtada'un. So وَمَا أَدْرَاكَ مَا الْقَارِعَةُ. Okay, so you're right. It's experiencing the state of rough because mubtada'un. Is it going to have a sign of the i'rab? No. Okay. So ma, what is the striking one? What will make you aware of what is the striking one? So al-qari'atu. Okay, we've done this as well. It's not mabni, it's mu'rab, mufrad, munsarif, sahih. It's a singular word. It's not a ghair munsarif. Sahih means it don't have waw or ya at the end before it there is a sukoon. So dalwun and dhabyun. So that's how we categorize mufradun, munsarifun, sahihun. What state is al-qari'atu in? What state? Okay, we're going for raf because it's khabar and it's the khabar of ma. So al-qari'atu is the khabar of ma. Okay, so al-qari'atu is the khabar of ma. And is it going to have a sign of the i'rab? No. I mean, sorry, yeah, it is. It's going to have a dhamma. Okay, so a mufrad munsarif sahih word in the state of raf. And why is he experiencing the state of raf? Al-qari'ah, because it's the khabar of the mubtada ma, and it will have a dhamma. Okay. Now, before we move on to the next part, I just want you to break down. I'll just touch upon a bit of tarkib, which may be helpful for the viewers and also the students on the Zoom. Ma adraka mal qari'atu. Just hear me out for the tarkib. You can correct me if I'm wrong, if I go wrong anyway. The ma is mubtada'un. Adra is fi'lun madin. The fa'il is huwa, which refers back to the ma. The kaf is maf'ul bihi awwal. Because adra yudri idra'an is muta'addin ila maf'ulain. It's transitive to two maf'uls. So it requires two maf'uls. Adra requires two maf'uls. So this verb adra is not satisfied with one maf'ul. It needs two. Like sometimes some people are not satisfied with one slice of pizza, they want two. Or they're not satisfied with one burger, they need two burgers. Or double cheeseburger, etc. So this word is that type of word. Adra, it requires two maf'uls to fill his stomach. So where's the first maf'ul of adraka? The kaf. The second maf'ul is actually composed of a sentence which is mal qari'atu. So mal qari'atu, the ma mubtada'un, and al qari'atu, the khabar. The sentence mal qari'atu will become a jumla ismiya fi mahalli nasb. It will be in the state of nasb because maf'ul bihi thanin. It'll become the maf'ul bihi thani of adra. And then adraka mal qari'atu. Adraka mal qari'atu. So adra fail. The fa'il inside which was huwa. The kaf maf'ul bihi awwal. And mal qari'atu maf'ul bihi thani, which was in the form of a jumla, will become fi mahalli raf, the khabar of the first ma, in ma adraka. Okay, so is that clear? Did you understand that? Okay, is that clear? Yeah, Alhamdulillah. Some people have understood. Okay, let's move on. So we got the word yawm. What type of word is yawm? Is it mu'rab? Is it mabni? The word yawm. Okay, so we're going for mu'rab MMS. So that's mufrad munsarif sahih. I'm sure that don't mean M&Ms. Okay, so mufrad munsarif sahih. Could do with some M&Ms now. Mufrad munsarif sahih. What state is this word yawm in? What state is the word yawm in? Yawma yakunu nasu. A day when people will be like scattered moths. So we're going for the nasb state, mashallah, good. Why is yawm in the state of nasb? What's the reason? Okay, dharf. So I'm assuming you mean by dharf, you mean maf'ul fi. Okay, is that correct? Yeah, maf'ul fi. There's actually two possibilities for yawm to be in the state of nasb. One is actually maf'ul bihi of li fi'lin mahzufin, which is uzkur. So remember the day when people will be like scattered moths. So yawma, one possibility is maf'ul bihi of fi'l mahzuf, which is uzkur. And you'll get this a lot of places in the Quran. Sometimes the word is, and uzkur is. Okay. So one possibility is that it's maf'ul bihi. The second possibility is that it's maf'ul fi of fi'l mahzuf, which is taqra'u. So remember we said taqra'u, yani taqra'u al-qari'atu, the striking one will strike يوم يكون الناس كالفراش المبثوث, on a day when the people will be like scattered moths. So there's two possibilities for it to be in the state of nasb. One is straight outright the maf'ul bihi of uzkur, which is hidden. Or it's the maf'ul fi of the fi'l mahzuf, which is taqra'u, yani taqra'u al-qari'atu. The striking one will strike when يوم يكون الناس. So then in that situation it will be maf'ul fi. So a mufrad munsarif sahih word in the state of nasb, what's the sign of the i'rab? Anybody? What's the sign of the i'rab of a mufrad munsarif sahih word in the state of nasb? Fatha, mashallah, good. Okay, so it's fatha. Next we have the word yakunu. Yakunu, so kana yakunu. This word yakunu, is it mu'rab or is it mabni? Is this word mu'rab or is it mabni? The word yakunu. Okay, so we're going for mu'rab fi'lun mudari'un sahihun. So the word yakunu, it's mu'rab. Remember we said at the beginning that there's only two things that change in the Arabic language. One is ismun mu'rabun, and that is a series of words. And the second thing is fi'lun mudari'un. And the reason why you say sahih, because sometimes it could be mu'tal alifiyun, mu'tal ya'iyun, mu'tal wawiyun, etc., which we covered in the I'rab course. Okay, what state is this word in? Yakunu. What state is this fi'l mudari in? What state is it in? Okay, what state is the word yakunu in? Anybody? Okay, so we're going for the rough state. Why is the word yakunu in the rough state? Why? Okay, some people will say default. Okay, so the reason being is لِتَجَرُّدِهِ عَنْ نَاصِبٍ وَجَازِمٍ, because it is free from the governing word nasib and jazim. So there's no particle before it that puts it in the nasb state or the jazm state. So that is the reason why it's in the state of raf. So this is how we phrase in Arab. لِتَجَرُّدِهِ عَنْ نَاصِبٍ وَجَازِمٍ, it is stripped of a nasib and a jazim. So a fi'l mudari sahih word in the state of raf, how is the i'rab expressed? What's the alamatul i'rab? it won't be thubutun nun. Thubutun nun only comes in the equation when you got يقولون يفعلون يفعلان, the nun i'rabi. The nun here is not nun i'rabi. So it can't be thubutun nun. What's the sign of this word being in the state of raf? Anybody? Okay, dhamma, yes. Okay. Next word we have is annas. Annas. What type of word is annas? People. Is that mabni? Is it mu'rab? Is it mu'rab? Is it mabni? So we're going for MMS. Okay, so that is mufrad munsarif. Sahih. Good. And it's ismul jins. Someone might say, how is he mufrad when he means people? Well, the word qawm means people as well, nation. And the plural of that is aqwam. So certain words in the Arabic language, they actually ismul jam. Okay, so annas is ismul jins, ismul jam. Okay, so it's like it's got the meaning of plural in it. So for that reason, uh, if you want to bring a singular word, a word that denotes one from annas, you have to bring it on the pattern of the three options. One is you either say insiyun, the second one is you say insun, or the third one is you say insanun. Annas is ismul jam. Raw ismul jins, if I'm not wrong, is ismul jam. Okay, so it could be a mistake on the PowerPoint. Okay, so these things happen in life, especially when you're typing things up. There's a lot of mistakes that come into play. Okay, so we will consider it to be mufrad munsarif sahih because the word itself, even though it's got the meaning of plural, okay, there's no, it's not plural of a singular word, if you know, if that makes sense. So for that reason, we'll classify as mufrad munsarif sahih. Like qawmun, it's not a singular word, it's of another word, even though it contains the meaning of plural. When you say nation, it's made up of entities, individuals. So what state is the word annas in? What state is annas experiencing? Okay, the rough state. Why? Why is annas experiencing the state of rough? Fa'il. No. يكون is not فعل تام. فعل ناقص. So in فعل ناقص you don't have fa'il, do you? Why is الناس experiencing the state of raf? Why? The ism of يكون. So it's the ism of the فعل ناقص. So a mufrad munsarif sahih word in the state of raf, what's the sign of the i'rab? A mufrad munsarif sahih word in the state of raf, what's the sign of the i'rab? Dhamma. That's why we're saying يوم يكون الناس. Okay, let's move on. The kafia كالفراش المبثوث. When the people will be like scattered moths. Okay, so the kafia, we're going for mabni mabniyun al fat. Why? It's mabni because it's harfu jar. Soon as we hear the word harf, it's mabni. End of story. We don't need to go into any grammatical moods. Al farash. Al farash. What type of word is al farash? Moths. Okay, so it's not mabni. Mufrad munsarif sahih. Okay, it's ismul jins or ismul jins. Okay, so in the meaning, it's like generic in its meaning. Okay, it's not referring to a specific moth. If you want to say a moth, you'll have to bring ta'ul wahda. So you'll have to say farashatun. So let's just classify as ismul jins, mufrad munsarif sahih. What state is this word experiencing? Al farash. What state is al farash experiencing? Jar. Why? Why is al farash experiencing the state of jar? Because of the harful jar kaf. Or you could say is ismul majroor. So likonihi isman majrooran. What's the sign of the mufrad munsarif sahih word in the state of jar? What's the sign of a mufrad munsarif sahih word in the state of jar? Kasra. So that's why we're saying kal farashi. Next we have the word al-mabthuth. Okay? Al-mabthuth. Okay? So al-mabthuth, we're going for mufrad munsarif sahih, that's right. Okay? What state is this word experiencing? Al-mabthuth. Jar. Why is mabthuth experiencing the state of jar? Okay, good, because it's the na'at of al-farash. And mabthuth is the ismul maf'ul, passive participle of the verb batha yabuthu bathan, which means to scatter. So mabthuth means something which has been scattered. So it's the passive participle. So a mufrad munsarif sahih word in the state of jar, what's the sign of the i'rab? Kasra, good. The waw we've already done before, so we know it's mabniyun al-fath, it's harfu atf. We don't need to go into any grammatical moods. Next word we have is takunu. So watakunu al-jibal. Okay, how would the people be like scattered moths? Meaning just as the way moths and flies, they, fly in all directions, people will be in a state of havoc and panic and they'll be running around everywhere, like scattered moths. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us the tawfiq and ability to prepare for that day. Ameen ya Rabbal Alameen. Okay, takunu. We're going for, okay, it's mu'rab, fi'l mudari sahih. What state is this word takunu experiencing? Okay, the YouTube chat is gone down a bit. I think the Arab is getting to some people. Okay, it's not everyone's cup of tea. I can understand that. Okay, you have to make your cup of tea. Otherwise, you'll be living on PG tips all your life. Okay, G. Takunu. Fa'il mudari, yeah, state of raf. Why is it in the state of raf? لِتَجَرُّدِهِ عَنْ نَاصِبٍ وَجَازِمٍ. It is free from any nasib and jazim. What's the sign of the i'rab? Dhamma. Good. Okay. Next word we have is al-jibal. Al-jibal. Mountains. And the mountains will become kal-ihnil manfush, like carded wool. Okay. So we're going for, yes, we know it's not mabni, but what type of mu'arab word is it? What type of mu'arab word is it? What type? So far, we've actually touched upon probably mufrad munsarif sahih. So this is a good one. It's not mufrad munsarif sahih. I'm sorry to say it's not. Jibal is not mufrad munsarif sahih. Anybody else? What state is, sorry, what type of ism mu'arab is al-jibal? Okay, this comes down to your vocabulary. Okay. So you hear the word Jabal Tariq. So Jabal is mountain. This is Jibal, mountains. So what type of word is it? It's not mufrad munsarif sahih. Anybody from the different types of ism mu'arab? So if Jabal is a mufrad, Jibal is the plural, what does that make it in terms of the different types of ism mu'arab? Okay, JMS, yes. Jam'un mukassarun munsarifun. It's a broken plural which is munsarif, because not all broken plurals are munsarif. Sometimes they are ghair munsarif, like masajid. What state is the word al-jibal in? What state is the word jibal in? Okay, raf. Why is it in the state of raf? Why is al-jibal in the state of raf? The ism of takunu, not kana. You have to be precise, okay? You can't say everything's the ism of kana. We can't see kana here. It's takunu, okay? So it's the ism of takunu. What's the sign of a jam'un mukassarun munsarif word in the state of raf? What's the sign of a jam'un mukassarun munsarifun word in the state of raf? Dhamma. That's why we're saying وَتَكُونُ الْجِبَالُ. Kaf, we've done this before, so we can go through this again. Mabniyun al-fath, harfu jar. We don't need to go into any grammatical moods. The next word we have is al-ihn. Okay, what type of word is al-ihn? Okay, so we're going for mufrad munsarif sahih. Okay, and it means wool. So the mountains will be like carded wool, meaning just as the way, you know, uh, the wool, if blow in the air, or you just see like, it moves around and waves around and it sets in motion very easily. That's the same way these mountains, when the trumpet is blown, they'll perish and they'll fly like, moves, be set in motion like carded what? Wool. Some other scholars say this is actually the Jibal here is talking about the Pahar and the mountains in Jahannam, and what's the similarity between the mountains, okay, of Jahannam and carded wool. Some scholars say this is after it's been colored. So carded wool goes through a process, okay, and the wool is ginned, etc., and then it's colored. So just as the way carded wool and then later on is dyed, sometimes in the color red, these mountains, they're blazing hot, that the mountains of Jahannam will be like carded wool in terms of the color red, after the carded wool is dyed in the color red. So some people say this is actually the Jibal here talking about the Jibal of in the fire of Jahannam, and other scholars say it's talking about just normal mountains. They will move, set in motion, and they'll be like carded wool, will be moving from one place to another, and then eventually Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is going to flatten the mountains equal to the earth. Okay, so it's in the state of jar because of the harf jar kaf, and a mufrad munsarif sahih word in the state of jar will have a kasra. The word manfush. Okay, what type of word is manfush? Okay, so we're going for mufrad munsarif sahih. What state is al-manfush experiencing? Yes, there will be a ceremony for the completion of the course, inshallah. Only for those that participated from day one, 26 weeks of their time. Those who are live on YouTube, you can settle, inshallah, for the presentation, inshallah. One day, if you take the course, inshallah, you'll get the e-certificate as well. Okay, so state of jar, because it's the nat of al-ihn. And a mufrad munsarif sahih word in the state of jar has a kasra. Next, we have this word fa. فَأَمَّا مَنْ ثَقُلَتْ. So whosoever. So whosoever's scale is heavy, he will be in a pleasant life. So we're going for mabniyun al-fath harfu atf. So we don't need to go into any grammatical states. Next, we have this word amma. This word amma. فَأَمَّا مَنْ ثَقُلَتْ. The word amma. Is it mu'rab? Is it mabni? Okay, so we're going for mabni. It's mabni ala sukun. It's harfu shartin wa tafsilin. It's a harf which comes in the meaning, which comes as a conditional particle, and it's kind of like explains things in more detail. Whatever comes after is an explanation of a series of things. Okay, so you'll see Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala talks about those whose scale is heavy and those whose scale is light. So because it's a harf, we don't need to go into any grammatical states. Next, we have the word man. Man thaqulat. mawazinuhu, whose scales are heavy. Mawazin. So this word man. Okay, so we're going for mabniin ala sukun is ismun mawsul. So the one whose scales are heavy. Okay, so it's not mu'rab. Is this man experiencing a state? So imagine we've started a new sentence and we've got man thaqulat mawazinu. We've got an ismun mawsul at the beginning of a sentence. Yes, it's experiencing the state of raf. Why? Why is the word man experiencing the state of raf? Why? Mubtada'un. Yes. Okay. And is it going to have alamatul i'rab? No. No alama. Okay. So man thaqulat. Next we have the word thaqulat. Is it mu'rab or is it mabni? Heavy. So whosoever's scales are heavy. Okay. So the word thaqulat. Okay. So we're going for mabni ala sukun fi'lun madin. Okay. So it won't experience any states. The word mawazin. Mawazin. Is it mu'rab? Is it mabni? If it's mu'rab, what type of mu'rab word is mawazin? By the way, mawazin, okay, there's two possibilities here. Mawazin could be the plural of mizan or mawzunun. So mawzunun, plural mawazin, and mizan, plural mawazin. Okay, so somebody said it's غير munsarif. Okay, it's غير munsarif provided it was a mudaf. Mawazinuhu is mudaf towards the who. And a غير munsarif word, when it's involved in idafa, it no longer remains غير munsarif. So yes, had mawazin been on its own, and we had, let's say, fi before it, fi mawazina, and it ended there, then you could say it's غير munsarif. But because it's involved in idafa, it no longer remains غير munsarif. There's two things that eliminate a word remaining as غير munsarif. One is if we add al at the beginning. So al-masajidu. Or you make the word mudaf. So fi masajidikum. Okay, so two things will eliminate the word غير munsarif word remaining as غير munsarif. One is got al at the beginning. So we don't see al here, but it's involved in izafa, which is the second one. So because it becomes like a normal mu'rab word, what does it fall under? It falls under jam'un mukassarun munsarifun. What state is mawazin experiencing? What state is he experiencing? Raf. Why? Why is mawazin experiencing the state of raf? What's your reason? What's the wajh al-i'rab? Fa'il. Very good. Okay. And a jam'un mukassarun munsarif word in the state of raf. What's the alamatul i'rab? What is the sign of the i'rab? Dhamma. Very good. Okay. Mawazinuhu. Whose scales are heavy. Okay. So whosoever's scales are heavy. So we're going for mabniyun ala dham, dhamir. So that rules out mu'rab. What state is this dhamir experiencing? Good. It's experiencing the state of jar because it's mudhaf ilay of mawazin. Is it going to have alamatul i'rab? No, because we've already dealt with it. It's mabniyun ala dham. Fa we've already done before, which is mabniyun al fath. We're not saying al fathati, by the way. But this fa here is actually harfun waqi'un fi jawabi amma. This is a particle that has appeared on the jawab of amma. So whenever you have this harf shart amma, which sometimes people translate however, okay, or in regards to. So in regards to the one whose scales are heavy, he will be in a pleasant life or pleasing life. Okay. Whenever we have this amma, on the jawab of amma, a fa will come. So this fa has come on the jawab of amma. And the jawab is huwa fi 'ishatin radiyatin. So we don't need to go into any grammatical states. Now just think huwa fi 'ishatin radiyatin is another sentence which is going to become the jawab of amma. So what's huwa? Is it mu'rab or is it mabni? The word huwa. Okay, anybody? Huwa? So we're going for mabni ala al-fath because it's a dhamir, and dhamair are considered to be mabni. Okay, so its rules are mu'arab. Is this mabni word experiencing the state? Yes, it's experiencing the state of raf. Somebody wrote khabar. Okay, it's mubtada'un. Huwa fi 'ishatin. It's not khabar, it's because it's what? Mubtada. And we don't need to go in the sign of the i'rab. Next, we have the word fi. What type of word is fi? Is it mu'arab? Is it mabni? So we're going for mabni ala sukun, harfu jar. Soon as we hear the word harf, we don't need to go into any grammatical moods. He will be in a pleasant life. So the word, remember before the word Isha, we have the word fi. So Isha, which means life. What type of word is Ishatin? We're going for Mufrad Munsarif Sahi, correct? What state is it in? We're going for the state of Jar. Because of the harf jar fi or لكونه isman majruran, what is the sign of the i'rab? Kasra. Fi 'ishatin radiyatin. The word radiyah. What type of word is radiyah? Okay, is it mu'arab or is it mabni? The word radiyah. Okay, the word radiyah. What type of word is radiyatin? Okay, so we're going for mu'arab. Mufrad munsif sahi. What state is the word radiyatin experiencing? What state is the word jar? Why is radiyatin experiencing the state of jar? What's the reason? Because it's the nat of ishatin, and we know the nat follows man'ut in i'rab, and the sign of the i'rab is going to be a kasra. The waw we've already done before is mabniyun al-fath. Okay, there's a mistake there. It says harfun waqi'un fi jawabi amma. It's just harfu atf. Okay, so ignore that mistake. Amma we've already done as well is harfu shartin wa tafsilin. So it's mabniyun ala sukun. We don't need to go into any grammatical moods. The word man khaffat, it is the same as man thaqulat. So we've done that one before as well. So it's mabniyun ala sukun, ismun mawsulun. Okay, so rules are mu'arab. And like in فَأَمَّا مَنْ ثَقُلَتْ, the word man experiencing the state of raf. Here as well, وَأَمَّا مَنْ خَفَّتْ, the word man will be experiencing the state of raf because it's mubtada. And there will be no alamatul i'rab. The next word is khaffat. Khaffat. So whose scales are light. Okay. وَأَمَّا مَنْ خَفَّتْ مَوَازِينُهُ فَأُمُّهُ هَاوِيَةٌ. Then his abode is هاوية, which we'll come to. Okay. So it's مبني على السكون فعل ماض. مبني على السكون. So we don't need to go into any grammatical moods because it's فعل ماضي. Okay. It won't experience any grammatical moods. موازين. خفت موازينه. The word موازين, we've done that word before as well. It's جمع مكسر منصرف. What state is the word موازين experiencing? Okay, it's experiencing the state of raf. Why? Why is he experiencing the state of raf? Because it's the fa'il of khaffat. And a jam'un mukassar munsarifun word in the state of raf, what is the sign of the i'rab? Okay, dhamma. And like we did before as well, mawazinuhu, the hu is mabniyun ala dhamm, it's a dhamir. It's experiencing the state of jar because it's the mudhaf ilay, and there will be no alamatul i'rab. فأمه, the fa here, like we do in فهو في عيشة راضية عيشة راضية. The fa here also will be appearing because it's the jawab of amma. So there's no grammatical moods. The word ummuhu, his abode. Now the word means mother. But why is the mother, okay, why his abode of Jahannam likened to the mother. Just as the way a child in a mother's womb is surrounded by the mother, the person in the fire of Jahannam will be surrounded by the what? Fire. So the abode is likened to the mother in terms of encompassing and surrounding the individual. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala save us from the fire of Jahannam. So his mother, meaning his abode is Hawiyah. Okay? So the word what type of word is Okay, what type of word is So we're going for Mufrad Munsif Sahih. Why? So what state is this word in? What state is it in? Okay, Raf. Because it is Mubtada'un. Good. Okay. And a Mufrad Munsif Sahih word in the state of Raf, what's the sign of the I'rab? Dhamma. Now we have the pronoun who. Ummuhu. So we know it's mabni ala dham. It's a dhamir. Okay, so that rules out it being mu'rab. What state is this word experiencing? Okay, jar because it's mudhaf ilayh. Good. Okay. Next we have the word hawiya. The word hawiya. Okay. What type of word is hawiya? Hawiya. Hawiyatun. Okay. So hawa yahwi, huwiyan means to fall. Okay. So hawiyatun means abyss, like deep, something which with something that is impossible to what measure. Okay, so abyss. So hawiyatun. So his abode is abyss, something which is unmeasurable. So mufrad munsab sahi, good. Okay. So what state is this word in? Ummuhu, his mother is Hawiya. His abode is abyss. So it's in the state of Raf. Why? Why is Hawiyatun in the state of Raf? Khabar. Okay. And a mufrad munsab sahi word in the state of Raf, what's the sign of the I'rab? Dhamma. Okay. Now, Kainan, وَمَا أَدْرَاكَ مَا هِيَ نَارٌ حَامِيَةٌ. The waw we've already done before is مبني على الفتح حرف عطف. So we don't need to go into any grammatical moods. مَا أَدْرَاكَ will make you come to know what it is. So this we've already done before. ما is مبني على السكون اسمه استفهام. So it rules out it being mu'rab. It experiences the state of raf because it's mubtada'un. What? When you say the word what, like ma hadha, what is this? Ma is mubtada'un, hadha will be khabar. Adra, we've already done that as well. It's mabniyun al-fath al-muqaddari li-ta'azzur. It's a mabni word, and it's mabni with the fath, which is hidden, and the purpose of it being hidden is ta'azzur, difficulty. And we don't need to go into any grammatical states. What will make you come to know? The kafiya, we've done this as well. It's mabniyun al-fath, it's dhamir, it's not mu'rab. It will be experienced in the state of nasb because it's maf'ul bihi awwal. Because adra needs two maf'uls. So we don't need to go into alamat al-i'rab because it's mabni. And ma hiya. Ma is mabniyun ala sukun, ismu istifham. It's experienced in a state, yes, raf. And why is ma experienced in the state of raf? Because it's mubtada'un. Because the maf'ul bihi thani is not one word, it's a jumla. So remember, maf'ul bihi, there's two types. One is sarihun and one is ghayr sarih. Sarih, under that you'll have like al-zahir and al-dhamir al-bariz or al-dhamir al-mustatir, etc. So when you say qara'a zaydun qara'tu or zaydun qara'a as a pronoun huwa, the fa'il will be considered to be sarih. Okay, and ghair sarih, under that will come when it comes in the form of like masdariya, or it comes in the meaning, it comes as a jumla, غير صريح. Okay, so here ما هي, the مفعول به ثاني is غير صريح, i.e. it's come in the form of a jumla. Okay, so we don't need to go into any علامة الإعراب. The word here, what is it? The word here is a pronoun. It's مبني على الفتح, so it rules out being mu'rab, experienced in the state of raf. Why? Because it's the khabar of ma. Is it going to have alamatul i'rab? No. So how does this work out into the tarkib? Ma is mubtada'un, adra is fa'il madi, the fa'il is huwa, which refers back to the ma. The kaf is maf'ul bihi awwal, and ma hiya, ma is mubtada'un, hiya is khabar, and the mubtada and khabar ma hiya groups together to become the maf'ul bihi thani of adraka. Now adraka ma hiya, all this, the fa'il, the two maf'uls will become fi mahalli raf, the khabar of the ma. And then mubtada khabar becomes jumla ismiya insha'iyya. Next we have is narun hamiyah, a blazing fire. Okay, so the word narun, what type of word is narun? Is it mu'rab or is it mabni? The word narun. Okay, so we're going for mu'rab, MMS, mufrad munsab sahih. What state is the word narun in and why? And what is the alamatul i'rab? What state is the word narun in? Okay, it's in the state of raf. Why is narun in the state of raf? Na'at. So where's the man'ut? Narun is, why is narun in the state of raf? Anybody? Okay. Why is narun in the state of raf? Anybody? Why the word narun? Mubtada'un. So where's the khabar? If narun is mubtada'un, where's the khabar? Narun hamiyatun. No. It's not because it's mubtada'un. No. Why is narun experiencing the state of raf? G. Okay, we're just waiting on the chat as well. Okay, the word narun, why is he experiencing the state of raf? You can Google the answer if you want, because we do need to end the completion sometime today, inshallah. So if you want to Google the answer, you can Google it, but we need an answer. Okay, why is narun experiencing the state of raf? So far, nobody. Khabar, yes. Okay, because the khabar of the mubtada mahzuf. Oh, you got it from Sheikh Google. Okay, so he came in use. Okay, so لكونه خبرا لمبتدأ محذوف أي هي نار, meaning narun is the khabar of the mubtada which is mahzuf, which is here. So in other words, it implies Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala posed the question, وَمَا أَدْرَاكَ مَا هِيَ, and what will make you come to know what it is? هِيَ نَارٌ حَامِيَةٌ, it is a blazing fire. So it's the khabar of mubtada mahzuf. What's the sign of a mufrad muslim sahih word in the state of raf? What's the sign of a mufrad muslim sahih word in the state of raf? G. Dhamma. Good. Okay. And hamiyatun. What type of word is hamiyatun? Is it mu'arab or is it mabni? So we're going for mufrad munsarif sahih. Okay, good. What state is it? It's in the state of raf because it's the na'at of Narun. Very good. Okay. And narun is feminine. That's why we're saying hamiyatun. And a mufrad munsarif sahih word in the state of raf, what's the sign of the i'rab? Okay, what's the sign of the i'rab of a mufrad munsarif sahih word? Dhamma. Okay. Tammat bi khairin. Alhamdulillah, we have completed the i'rab of Surah Al-Qāriah. And alhamdulillah, we have completed the i'rab course. Inshallah, without delaying any further, we will move now on to, inshallah, the certificates. Okay, so alhamdulillah, taqdeem al-shahada. This is, inshallah, we're moving on to now the presentation of the certificate. Okay, so may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept the efforts of all the students and their time that they gave in learning i'rab, etc. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala forgive my shortcomings. Okay, so alhamdulillah, here is the certificate. You'll have the opportunity to download this certificate as an e-certificate from your dashboard. So the students on your dashboard, inshallah, you'll be able to download this as an e-certificate. Okay, the certificate actually is just the center part here. Everything else is part of the PowerPoint, which is taqdeem shahada. So the certificate is actually how you see in the center. And just to go through the certificate, you have the Arabic version. Okay, Alhamdulillahi wa kafa, all praise be to Allah and He is sufficient. Wassalatu wassalamu ala nabiyyil huda, and peace and blessings and peace be upon the Prophet of guidance, Muhammad al-mab'uthi ila kafatil wara, who was sent to all of mankind. Wa ba'd. فيشهد معهد Sidra, so Sidra Institute testifies بأن ماجد Rahman, congratulations to Majid Rahman, أكمل بنجاح دورة الإعراب, has successfully completed the إعراب course. قد شملت الدورة المواضيع الآتية. The course consisted of the following subjects: أقسام الإعراب, the types of إعراب; أنواع الإعراب, the categories of إعراب; علامات الإعراب, the signs of the إعراب; المبنيات, indeclinable words; المعربات, declinable words; إعراب الأسماء المتمكنة, the إعراب of the nouns which do change. Okay, the words are not even coming to my mouth now. إعراب الفعل المضارع, the declinable nouns. Okay, إعراب الفعل المضارع, the إعراب of the imperfect tense verb. And إعراب سور القرآن الأخيرة من سورة الناس إلى سورة القارية. And the إعراب of the last chapters of the Quran starting from Surah Al-Nas. In fact, we actually did Surah Al-Fatiha as well, all the way till Surah Al-Qāriah. So you have the English translation here as well. Okay, so if there's any mistakes in my English, please do let me know, and then I can get that changed. Hopefully the translation is fine. Okay, my English is not the best. And then here you have the course tutor and the certificate, the stamp here of Sidra Institute. So congratulations to Majid Rahman. So we'll go through the students now. Next we have Iftikhar Ahmed. MashaAllah, download this certificate, frame it. Okay, you can put in your living room, inshallah. And the next one goes to Abdul Muhit. He also completed the Arab course successfully. So may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala increase his knowledge and all the other students. Okay, and then we have Faraz Imran as well, who alhamdulillah, he completed the Arab course. Some students did start late, I have to admit, but they will be catching up through the dashboard and viewing the content in their time in due course. So you have been given the certificate in advance, and may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept your efforts. We also have Tawfiq Aziz, mashallah, who's mashallah completed the Arab course, and may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala increase him in his knowledge as well. Very dedicated student like other students as well. And we have mashallah Ubaidur Rahman, friend of mine, colleague, friend, mashallah, buddy, Kazi, fam, whatever you want to say, mashallah. he dedicates time to complete the I'rab course. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless him and his family, taking our valuable time. And mashallah, we have another friend of mine, dear friend Abdul Rahman. Mashallah, may Allah bless you as well for completing the Arab course. I hope you like the design of the certificate, and I'd like to take time out now, Alhamdulillah, to thank the web designer Abdullah. Mashallah, he's put a lot of effort, and he's the backbone of the website designing everything. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless him in his rizq, his mal, his children. May Allah give him the best of both worlds. So, this was designed by him as well. Okay, so moving on to what did the Arab course consist of? Okay, so we're going to go through this very quickly. You're probably thinking, what on earth is going here? We was covering Surah Al-Qāriah. All of a sudden, we see Timu, we see a pair of shoes, and we see a child. This child is Zayd, by the way, and it was a made-up story, and the whole framework of Arab was explained through a story about Zayd. So when you actually enroll in the course, you will go through this story, and it's a very remarkable and epic journey of Zayd going to the Buckingham Palace. He gets tickets to go to Buckingham Palace, and then all of a sudden he experiences various moods, which results in sometimes being happy, sad, you know, uh, just not expressing anything, and then he comes across a beefeater who experiences moods but does not express them. All this is calculated and measured to fit in the mechanism of i'rab. Now I don't want to explain the story. The story is something for those students who want to enroll. You'll find out what happened with Zaid when he orders something from Temu or Timu, how you say it, and how he ended up in Buckingham Palace, and how this fits in terms of the whole mechanism of the Arab. And once you cover this story, then we go into the nitty-gritty. We went into the different types of Arab. So Arab al-Lafzi, Arab al-Taqdiri, Arab al-Mahki, and Mahalli. So now we're talking about serious stuff now. So Zayd's story was over, and we're moving on from Timu. Okay, and now we went into actually the Arab course, intense study of the Arab course. So this is just some slides I'm sharing with you, not all. And then we covered the sentences that experience Arab, even sentences that don't experience Arab. All this was PowerPointed, slowly animated. So how you see on the screen, this is the end result of a lesson or part of a lesson. So everything is slowly but surely covered, like we did the grammatical analysis. And then to top up the learning, okay, summaries were provided. Okay, so were to further consolidate the learning into the mind of the students, then there was summaries at the end of each topic, you could say, or session. So that would further consolidate the learners' understanding of i'rab. Okay, so here we can see the different types of i'rab, alamatul i'rab. Okay, so normally we're used to dhamma, fatha, kasra. Now there's alif, waw, ya, hadful harka, hadful akhir, hadful noon. These are all different signs of alamatul i'rab, which we covered in depth. And then the cycle of diacritical analysis, which eventually we were doing and applying in Surah Al-Qāriah. You're actually introduced to the 5 steps of determining i'rab. And it's not just covering the 5 steps in depth, covering all the aspects of mabni words, which words are mabni in detail, which words are mu'rab, the grammatical moods, marfu, mansoob, majroor, and majzoom, even mansoob. Normally the kitab mentioned 8, but we went into other reasons like mansoob, binazil khafid, etc. Ishtighal, Tahdhir. So it's quite in depth, the Arab course. Then we went to why the words experience these states, and then finally we moved on to Alamatul Arab. Then we covered the whole. This is another aspect of the course which we covered: how to determine the Arab of Ism Mu'rab. All this was covered slowly but surely, and it's the whole, you could say, framework of how to determine the i'rab of an ism mu'rab word. So on the right hand side we had the different types of ism mu'rab, mufrad munsif sahih. As you can recall, in the surah we kept referring to mufrad munsif sahih. There were different examples as well, Jam'un Mudhakkarun Salimun, Ism Maqsoor, which we covered in the course. And these were the different types, all the I'rabs that we saw, the 9 different types of I'rab. Okay, so the formula was provided. Once the students actually learnt the formula of the different types of Ism Mu'rab, then we had the verses of the Quran that put these different types of i'rab and the formulas into practice. So, for example, this is an example of Jamun Mudhakkarun Salimun. All this was animated. What you're seeing is the end result. So, At-Tayyibin. So we're going through it's Jamun Mudhakkarun Salimun. The state is experiencing why. What's the sign of the i'rab? Innal Munafiqeen. So say for example here it's experiencing the state of nas. Why? Because of the ism of inna. So there was a lot of i'rab drills. For each i'rab we covered at least 10 drills for each i'rab, and they were all from the Quran. Alhamdulillah. So here look, fattabi'u millata Ibrahim hanifa. So just giving you an example here, some parts you can see it's not actually animated because intentionally I left it out just to let you know that everything was measured, timed, and at a pace where students can digest the information rather than giving a whole load of information on the screen. Okay, so this is Asma Sitta, different Arab drills. So these were the Arab drills which we covered. Irji'u ila abikum. So you can see here the Arab is with a ya, but ana akhuka is with a waw. Okay, so these a Muthanna word here, so we can see it's uh, Arab drills here. Okay, so here now, okay, I'm just gonna share screen again, so you may see my screen go off, and I'm gonna share the whole screen, inshallah. So now, hopefully, okay, let me just do stop share. Okay, okay. Now this is the Arab course that you see, okay, in front of you. Let me see if I can get this right. Okay. So this is the Arab course, 5 steps approach in determining the diacritical markers of any given word in any Arabic sentence. Application of Arab on the last chapter of the Quran, which you've already seen. Arab drills, summaries, certificate provided upon completion. Okay, so I'm going to now just show you, inshallah, how the student's dashboard appears and looks. Okay, so you log into your course. So here I've got the details logged in. Okay, so I'm enrolled into 3 courses. Okay, so here we got Arabic language course, Balagha course, and the Arab course. So you can see here the Arab course, you can even see how far you've gone into the completion of the Arab course. Every time you do a lesson, this will be updated and it'll show you your progress. So if you've done half of the lessons of the Arab course, it will be at the halfway point. Okay, so let's open to the Arab course. Okay, so here you will see this is the student's dashboard. Okay, so this talks about obviously the course tutor, objectives, suitability assessments. Okay, so if you scroll down here, there's even an ebook which I've provided about Arab, which obviously will be useful for those students who just want to read material about Arab. This is something which I gathered together in terms of material, and my colleague Sheikh Walid Ahmed, he helped me as well, and he had a great input in this book as well. So may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept his efforts as well and bless him and his family, increase him in his knowledge and his deeds. So here you'll have Arab course recorded live lessons. So you can see all the lessons are here. So from lesson 1, Zaid's epic story of visiting Buckingham Palace, all this, so you can see the duration of the lessons. They're all 1 hour lessons approximately, all the way to lesson 26, which will be inshallah updated today. So for example, let's go into lesson 10. Okay, so lesson 10 has opened up. You can view lesson 10. So once you press play, it'll actually load up lesson 10. And on the thumbnail as well, I've mentioned actually what you will be covering in this lesson and below it as well. So about the lesson, in this lesson, you will cover the following aspects of i'rab: practice of the i'rab of the following declinable nouns. Fully inflected singular nouns, so mufrad munsab sahih. So this is probably the i'rab drills which we covered of mufrad munsab sahih words, qaim maqam sahih words, and jam'un mukassarun munsarifun. Okay, so this is how the dashboard will appear. Soon as you come here, when you click mark as complete, this will automatically update your progress, how far you've got into the course. Okay, so this is how your dashboard will appear, and this is just to show you about the website. Alhamdulillah. So here we run a few courses. Alhamdulillah, we're running the Arabic rhetoric course, which takes place 12 p.m. till 1 p.m. every Tuesdays. So at the moment, Alhamdulillah, we have covered all of Ilm al-Ma'ani, same format, PowerPoint lessons, uh, exercises, drills, mainly from Quran, and also summaries, etc. And then we have an Arabic language course which also runs on Tuesdays as well, 9:30 till 10:30. We cover Durusul Lughat al-Arabiya, and that is covered with tarkib and translation. And we have the Arabic conversation course, which obviously consists of Al-Arabiya tu Bayna Yadayk, where we try to improve on our Arabic speaking skills. So this is open. All the courses are open for brothers and sisters. Okay, so anybody interested, feel free. And then obviously we have the Arab course now as a package. If you want to take up this course, inshallah, you can. Okay, so if I come back off that, now our next course, inshallah, which we will be uh, covering, it'll be actually launching from next week. The timings will be from 6:30 till 7:30 every Saturday, and it'll run for a few weeks. And it's a course designed to equip students in how to search for words in the Hansware dictionary. Okay, this is a widely and common dictionary used amongst the students of the Arabic language, and in order to use this dictionary, you need to be able to identify root letters. So this course will be absolutely free, and also you'll have a dashboard as well, like I mentioned. You'll also I'll put some resource inshallah in there as well, free resource in the dashboard. And for this you will have to register. Okay, so inshallah, if you visit the website and you go onto the home page and you enroll for this, register for free, just visit www.sidrainstitute.com. I think I've put the description in the link. If not, please forgive me. So this course will cover how to identify base letters in nouns, verbs, identification of Roman numerals that are used, the AIU concept in the dictionary, okay, and correct recognition of words, which is very important. How do we recognize, how do we search for the correct word that we're looking for? Because let's face it, when we're looking for the word, when we look under dad or ba, the word daraba can signify so many things. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala uses in the Quran. وَإِذَا ضَرَبْتُمْ فِي الْأَرْضِ. There it comes in the meaning of وَإِذَا سَافَرْتُمْ فِي الْأَرْضِ. When you travel and traverse in the land. So it's not in the meaning of hitting. Okay? Daraba, when it's used with the word al-layl, daraba al-laylu, it means the night is long. So various words based on what type of words they are surrounded by, the context changes and the meaning changes. Okay, so this is actually will go on for about 3 to 4 weeks. I can't really put an end date to it because I haven't actually taught it, but there is quite a bit of content, inshallah, to cover, and it's absolutely free, inshallah. So I hope you'll enjoy that course. Now, this is the course, inshallah, which Allah will, I can complete this course, and this is the course I'm actually looking forward to. It's actually mastering tarkib. Okay, so this is a course. I haven't put a date on it yet, inshallah. In due time, I will be launching this course and speak more about it. There will be over about 1,000 grammatical constructs, mainly from the Quran, and you will be learning aspects of tarkib right from the beginner level and inshallah advancing. So you won't delve into complex tarkeebs from the beginning. The whole structure of a sentence is broken down very simply into the components of a sentence, musnad, musnad ilay, what is actually musnad, musnad ilay, and then how does that fall into being mubtada and sometimes fa'il, sometimes the ism of kana, etc. So everything, inshallah, will be broken down, simplified, PowerPointed, packed with examples from the Quran. And if you have not, you can subscribe to the YouTube channel as well. On there, you'll find quite a bit of content. Okay, it was early days for me. It's only been about a year I've been doing this online, okay, and a bit of YouTube. So please make dua. I can keep this up as well. It's an idea that came from my children who said, you need to do something on YouTube, and I thought that what better thing can I do than just share some aspects of grammar, etc. And from there it went on, and it's the duas of our stars, etc. And I'll speak about that inshallah soon. So complete breakdown of each sentence construction, starting from easy constructs to more complex. And in this as well, we will be covering the tarkib of the last chapters of the Quran, starting from Surah Al-Fatiha and moving on from Surah Al-Nas, and wherever we get up to, probably could be Surah Al-Fil, Surah Al-Qāriah, depending uh, how we get on. And there will be summaries as well provided, inshallah. Okay, so just to let you make you aware of other courses that we actually run on our Sidra Institute. Okay, is Arabic rhetoric course, which I've spoken about, Arabic conversation course, Al-Arabiyyatu Bayna Yadayk, and the Arabic language course, Durusul Lughat Al-Arabiyya. And now we have, Alhamdulillah, completed the Mastering I'rab course. We've called it the Mastering I'rab course, okay, hoping that at the end of the course you've mastered I'rab. Okay, it's nothing got to do with me that, the title is because of me or etc. No, it's hoping that inshallah at the end of the course you'd have mastered the Arab course. Okay, and it's not masters like PhD etc. So please don't quote me on that. Okay, so yes, so video recordings are available for the courses on your dashboard. You have tutor support group through Telegram, so you can put your questions through 24/7 anytime. Put your questions through, but you won't get a response you know, uh, within seconds. Okay, so I need breathing space. Sometimes I have to check up, sometimes I have to ask someone. Okay, so I will, um, inshallah, through the Telegram support group, I try to help as much as I can the students. When I get the questions, I try my best to see how best I can answer and check up those questions. And if need be, I ask someone, وَفَوْقَ كُلِّ ذِي عِلْمٍ عَلِيمٍ. And lastly, I would like to just say, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant all of us sincerity. Sincerity is the biggest thing because there's no point in this world doing deeds and it's for show and ostentation. No. So may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, give us true that spirit of sincerity and going forward, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept all our deeds. And I would like to thank all my asatiza of Madinatul Ulum Minister who have played a pivotal role in imparting their knowledge and nurturing me when I used to study in Madinatul Ulum Minister, and that is our home, and um, that is where we grew up, and we had wonderful asatiza kiram, Mullah Ahmed Sahab, Mullah Yusuf Sahab, Mullah Azhar Sahab, Mullah Muhammad Ali Sahab, Mullah Bashir Sahab. There's so many asatiza you can name that played a pivotal role in all our nurturing and upbringing. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala reward them immensely. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give them barakah in their life, in their rizq, in their sustenance, in their ilm, in their amal. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala reunite us all in Jannah. Okay, and Sidra Institute, okay, I named it after my mother, and her name was Sidra. So please remember her in your duas as well. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala transfer all the reward of the efforts of Sidra Institute. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala pass that reward onto my mother, and may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala enlighten her grave, make her grave a garden from the garden of paradise. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant her Jannah without reckoning, and all of your parents as well, all the viewers. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless you all. And for now, I think I'll have to go off the live stream for now. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Hope you enjoyed it.